Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's Action Figure Showcase, we're going to take a look at everyone I have from WCW's version of the NWO. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. Like I said, today I'm going to take a look at the NWO, and this time I'm only going to look at WCW. I did do the NWO 2002 iteration from like that, very early on in the Ruthless Aggression era, when they kind of tried to redo it. So not even like with Scott Hall, Nash, and Hogan. Like after that, with Shawn Michaels and X-Pac and Big Show, Booker T, all that. So today it's just going to be WCW, and we do have the Monday Night Wars line coming, and we are getting the Disciple. I know some people have made Vincent fix-ups. I don't remember. We're also getting some of the we're getting the Ultimate Edition 2-pack with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. We're getting a bunch of new NWO stuff, which I'm very, very excited for. So I wanted to do my showcase, take a look at everything I have now, because the NWO collection I have now, I love. I think it's awesome. So I'm going to start out today. We've got the defining, or I mess it up all the time, because we were supposed to get Defining Moments Hogan, and then he got canceled, like quite literally, and then ended up coming back. Like, he's back with WWE, get his figures all the time now, but this Ultimate Edition is awesome. I think it is a damn near perfect figure. I really like the head we got with it. We've got I don't remember if these were I think we got a different boa with him. So we've got the NWO belt here. He came with the gloved hands. The NWO tearaway shirt. So much of this figure. I really, really like this figure. I think that the torso for this fits well. They've messed with his torso. We're even getting, so we're getting this re-released, and I think it's going to have the updated skin tone that they're giving his late 90s figures. Obviously, the boots have the Hollywood NWO they got the toe articulation. Just a lot about this. I really, really like this figure. It's got butterfly joints, but they're not very good. Like, the range of motion is not good. So it was like the first time we got butterfly joints, the black NWO belt, but it was a great first NWO Hogan figure, and there's so much coming out. We've got the Hogan 3-pack coming out I'm excited for. I mean, that's what I grew up with, so not everyone loves getting all these Hogan figures, but I am one of them. So here's the OG Ultimate NWO Hogan. Next up, obviously, you can't have an NWO showcase without Nash and Hall, the Outsiders. And this Nash, for me, was a very nostalgic pickup. I had so I'm a millennial. I was born in 92. I'm 31 right now. If you grew up collecting the younger years like me, Toy Biz had some killer play sets. I had the Nitro entrance stage, and mine, I believe, came with a Kevin Nash figure that looks almost exactly like this. Obviously, not quality-wise, but even scale-wise, it's pretty close to this Nash. He had the bigger hair, so it's a little bit different. But for the longest time, I didn't have a Nash, and this was the ringside exclusive. So even then, I'd missed out on the original red Outsiders Nash and the Diesel. So this was the first Nash I'd ever picked up. I think it's an awesome figure. I love the detail on the side with the tassels. The Nash, on here is just, very iconic for me. I have swapped some stuff around, so I don't remember if these were the exact arms. I think I swapped it so that he'd have swappable hands. And even the head, I don't remember if this was the exact head it came with, but I only swapped around, some pieces with the other Nash figures I have. And then Scott Hall here, which might actually have been the first NWO Scott Hall I picked up. Elite 51, I believe. Just the quintessential, it says Outsiders on the tights, just the blood drip with the vest, the knee pads, just the elbow pad. I do like that with this one, he's got the small elbow pad, and then he's got the long one over here, which is the accurate way. They didn't do that with the Razor figures, which I believe he wore the same. Like, he had the short one on the left side, and then the longer one on the right. But the head sculpt, I think, is really nice. I don't think, yeah, this one, like, it's got the shadow on it. There's one that we've gotten that has the, like a toothpick in it. I think that came with the Hollywood or the WrestleMania series, but two, I think, just fantastic figures of the Outsiders here that really, really capture them. Next up, we have the Macho Madness Ultimate Edition Target exclusive Macho Man, and this does have a custom soft goods shirt that I got from Threadhead Customs. I think this is a beautiful figure. I'm going to say that a lot with these NWO figures. I think that they captured them really well. Let's move that back here, you see him better. They gave him like some boots specific to him with the tassels molded on the back here, so you could actually see the whole boot. The double, like, it's got the toe articulation, obviously. So I do really like the shirt he came with, but those ones stained a little bit, so haven't used them. But I like the Ultimate Edition torso that they use for Macho. He's got the belt here, which I think I glued because it kept coming undone. I don't know. I can't say enough about this figure. I think it's great. I was surprised we got it in the Ultimate Edition line. I remember before Hogan had gotten released, Bill said, like, the year that they had to move a lot of stuff around because the year that Hogan ended up getting canned, he was supposed to be like the year of NWO, which I feel like kind of got obviously lost after all the Hogan stuff, but I feel like there's just more to come. We've gotten a lot of really cool ones, but especially in this Monday Night Wars line, I'm gonna like put a pause on what I'm making for NWO guys and just kind of see what we get. So there's Macho. Let's keep it going. Next up, from the Walmart exclusive line, which maybe did we get a re-release of this? Maybe? Could be wrong. We have the Six, or X-Pac, whatever you want to refer to him as, SixPac, Pac, whatever. Anyway, Sean Waltman, nonetheless, in his NWO attire, and when I was younger, I 100% didn't realize that he was in the NWO. It wasn't until I got older, like, when I was watching, I just remembered him in DX, and then I feel like I don't even know, like, in the timeline when he was in NWO, but whenever he wasn't in WWE, I did not notice. Him being a part of DX is how I always think of him, but being able to get it, man, excuse me, sorry. Being able to get him, I thought was really cool. He's basically just a repaint of the Elite 33, X-Pac that we got, which was fine. They did give him double jointed arms, which made his arms a little bigger, which I didn't love, but it was fine. I like these arms. I know not a lot of people didn't. I like the arms. On the back here, it says Notorious. I do wish they would have given him a little bit different beard, but I'm not going to be picky. I think it's a good looking figure. I like the formula they use for X-Pac. But again, another, like, I won't say vital, but you get the NWO, and when they're filling out those ranks, you need Six. So a cool figure. I think it was relatively hard to find since it was a Walmart exclusive, but here I have it. I'm happy. Next up are the recent Legends figures we got of Scott and Kevin Nash. These are what I had swapped with. So I think these were the original arms that came on that ringside exclusive. The rest is the Legends figure though. So he's got like the little bit different design on the pants. It says NWO on the front. And then this head sculpt is way different, obviously. He's got like his hair all the way down. He's got the bandana. And when I think of like this iteration of Kevin Nash, I just kind of think of, I don't know. I feel like he had rode his wave of just being cool, and he was still over with the fans, but I just feel like the end of WCW, like the Wolfpack stuff, just, I don't know. For me, it just felt like lazy. It didn't feel as cool as energized as that original NWO. So I like that we had a different head sculpt, but it wasn't one I was dying for. With the Scott Hall, the sculpt that is on here is actually that one I was talking about with the toothpick. So you can tell in the mouth here, he does have his toothpick. And as WCW went on, Scott was not in great shape. This is kind of his Wolfpack look. So it says Hall on the front, Wolfpack on the back, still that same boots and everything. I think they look great. The Wolfpack I liked more for their music than anything. That Wolfpack theme is still an absolute banger after all these years. The original head that came on, I did swap on to my NWO 2002 Scott Hall. I feel like it fit a little better then. Like that debut look, he had the white bandana with his hair all down. So a little bit of swapping. I think I swapped out the arms too. I don't remember. Do not remember at all. But anyway, those are two of the Legends figures. This Wolfpack flip over shirt, I think was also from Threadhead. But got to get these guys in here. And then we've got some more Wolfpack figures to get to. Before I got to everyone else, I did want to put Conan in here. This is not him and his Wolfpack look. This is like his Filthy Animals look when he was with Ray and everyone. So I did have that. I'm going to make another Conan. I had this pose with my NWO for a long time. So want to just talk about it in here. But again, Filthy Animals kind of look, that post NWO period for him. I will make another. Heteration has a really cool Conan that has a hat and sunglasses. I'm going to get that, make my Wolfpack Conan. We'll add that before too long. Next up, we have one of the harder to get figures for the NWO and just in general with Mattel is the ringside exclusive Wolfpack Sting. And this was one that I think was kind of the start, was supposed to be a part of that year of the NWO, and then it all got derailed. So we got Sting, we got a white and black attire Scott Hall, which I didn't pick up, unfortunately. Don't want to pay up to chase that down now. And then we got the Nash, but we had a bunch of ringside exclusive NWO stuff. This was one of them. I hopped on this one immediately. I really, really liked the look of it. I did not like Wolfpack Sting. I liked black and white Crow Sting. My favorite color's red, so like I thought it looked cool, but it didn't hit the same. The jacket I don't think is what came with him. I think I took it from like a Karrion Kross figure or something. I do think that the formula for Sting looks pretty good. The one thing, like, I don't know how you give Sting this torso and then give Kurt Angle the torso, like the Ryback torso. I don't think the size difference between Kurt Angle and Sting is all that big. I could be wrong. You know, it's harder to tell in singlets, but I think this is an awesome figure. It is one of my favorites in my collection. Just overall, like I said, I liked the color red. I liked how Sting looked then. And then to be able to capture that well and put it in figure form, especially he's got the long hair, it's just really cool. So I'm glad I have it. I know a lot of people would like to have this one in their collection. So I'm one of them. I am thankful I picked it up for retail value. Moving on. Next up is going to be, what did these guys, 2 Buff? Maybe? Is that what these guys were a tag team after they were in the NWO and I want to say it was like 2 Buff or something like that. But I've got my custom Ultimate Edition Buff Bagwell figure as well as the Legends Wolfpack Luger we got. And I don't think that shirt came with him. I think that shirt came with the Sting figure? Maybe? I don't remember exactly, but threw that on Luger because besides the red accent on the boots, doesn't really have any Wolfpack stuff going on. The Buff Bagwell here is the Jax Deluxe Aggression head, and then the torso and everything I think is a Batista Ultimate Edition. Parts wise, I think he used like some DDP calves, some Apollo Crews thighs maybe, and then some of the kick pads from like the short kick pads from Kevin Owens. So a lot went in there. He's got the Buff Bagwell like brick look from, which I think is shared with one of his Toy Biz figures. But I love, this is one of my favorite customs. I think it captures Buff well, scales well, everything. I don't love that torso for everyone, but he was just like juiced up dude, and I think it works for Buff. So someone could correct me on their tag team name, but I'm pretty sure they were called 2 Buff. I've watched I've watched way too much 2000s WCW lately. But anyway, there's Buff, there's Lex. We've got 2 more additions, and then we are out of here. Last but not least, we have the Wolfpack Macho Man as well as Wolfpack Hulk Hogan. And these 2, again, both ringside exclusives. We've got Macho Man in his red and black Madness attire, which I'm pretty sure we had a Toy Biz version of. And then the Hulk Hogan was just the Elite, but it came with the with the Sheamus torso. It did not fit the crotch piece. I think it was not necessarily too skinny, but since it didn't fit the crotch piece, I wasn't a huge fan. So I had a spare from the first Ultimate Edition we got, threw that on there, and I think it makes this figure phenomenal. I really, really like it. I like that we got the different bandana, and I think it's actually different. Yeah, so the back here, instead of it being tied, is like the do-rags that he wore that like kind of hang down in the back. We've got the yelling scan. The tights are obviously different. They've got more white on them, and then it's got the NWO. We get a lot of Hogans that basically have like a different t-shirt, and then the figure's not that much different. This one is way different than what we had gotten. And then over here, we've got Macho. I did swap heads, so the head he had was a little bit bigger, but I didn't like it because it was a little like too cartoony. I just didn't think it captured Macho well. So my favorite sculpt of his is this like angry one with the true effects. I think it is perfect. I think this looks so good. I think it looks exactly like Macho Man. This version is from the Ultimate Edition, the Target one, I believe, actually. The other thing I did was add the wrist gauntlets because he had like the bigger gloves. And then I don't know. I thought he should have his like weight belt on, I believe. I don't know where that went. You can see here, Madness. On the side, I added the knee brace as well. There's a lot of things I added to this. It is one of my favorite figures. Ringside exclusives are typically pretty cool. You get some like deeper cut, but still more iconic attires, I want to say. But yeah, that is everyone for the NWO today. Like I said, I want to add more. So maybe after the like Monday Night Wars line runs its course, I'll see what holes I need to fill in and do that. This year we'll focus on New Japan, adding all that, everything I can there. But that is going to wrap up everything for today's showcase. If you like what we're doing here, go check out the playlist. We have a full list of showcase videos. We went through my top 50 customs in my collection pretty recently. But outside of that, I appreciate all the support. Otherwise, please continue to like, share, subscribe. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude out.